Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the campus of Loyola Blakefield for the game between your Loyola Dons and the St. Mary's Saints. I'm Joe Eldridge here with Mark Dixon. Loyola's coming off a 13-4 win against the Gilman Greyhounds.
Great day here, Joe. Senior day, 23 seniors being honored before the game today against St. Mary's. And last Tuesday was terrific. You couldn't have asked for a better opener between the Dons and the Greyhounds. Loyola jumped out to a 5-6-1 halftime lead and used great goaltending and a balanced offense to take home a 13-4 win. So a lot of momentum, and that was really impressive when you consider that was Loyola's first game out. No scrimmages, no games, so that was our first taste of real competition, and they played very, very well.
Earlier this afternoon, I had the opportunity to talk to junior defenseman and captain A.J. Larkin. AJ, you're one of the best players in the class of 2022. How are you able to contribute best on the field?
Joe, I'm really just trying to be the best teammate I can be, and trying to support our team and our defense as best as possible, I think, is how I can contribute the best.
You guys are coming off a big 13-4 win against Gilman. Where were you guys most successful on the field?
I feel as though off the ground and our defense played spectacular, but through our ground balls and how hard we hustled, I really think that was what really got us that win.
How are you guys going to be able to beat a competitive St. Mary's squad today?
We're really just got to play our game, and I know that if we play our game, we can beat anybody.
Thanks, AJ. Good luck today.
Thank you very much, Joe.
Yeah, A.J. Larkin is a talented long pole. He's very versatile. You can put him down close. You can put him in the middle of the field as a long stick midfielder. He'll be going to the University of Maryland. He's only a junior, so he still has another year left. And, Joe, I think when you look at this Loyola team, they're built strong in the back. Senior goaltender Jack Webb, headed to Johns Hopkins, is as good as any goalie in the conference. Billy Dwan is an excellent defender as well. A classmate of Larkin's headed to Syracuse University. And then Kevin Doyle is really that unheralded kind of unsung guy who's as solid as they come. So when you look at this Loyola defense, that is quite a sturdy and a stingy unit with a lot of experience, even though they missed last year due to COVID. And surprisingly, this is Jack Webb's first year as a starter. And that's pretty impressive when you consider the level of play that he possesses, and he hasn't had the opportunity to play much in the MIAA.
Definitely. Well, we'll be filling in the cage for graduating senior from last year, Kevin Doyle, who's now at the University of Delaware.
Yeah, K9. Ellington did a great job, and and then you look in the middle of the field for Loyola. The midfield unit. You've got Kevin Tucker, Hayden Miller, going to Maryland and Marquette respectively. Matt Dixon has been playing some attack. He'll start at attack today, but he could float between midfield and attack. And then you've got a second line: T.J. Gravanti, Owen Dixon, Matt Burnham in that mix. So they can run a lot of bodies at the midfield. And then you look at the attack. Henry Tolker, senior, had 5 goals against Gilman in the opener. A freshman, Mason Cook, had 3 goals, and then Dixon had 2. So a lot of top-heavy scoring that last week from the attack. I think Coach Ubriaco is looking for production out of his midfield here today to try to get them rolling, especially that first midfield group.
Definitely, and St. Mary's is definitely a defensive-heavy team, strong defensive long poles, headed by number 40, Colin Berlace, and number 21, Nick Kaufman, who are going to Maryland and Hopkins, respectively. Definitely one of St. Mary's strong suits, especially in all their sports, is being heavy on defense. But you also get the attack play from guys on St. Mary's like Will Hopkins. He'll be going to Bucknell. Definitely they're one of their strongest players.
Yeah, and you also have goaltender Wes Schmidt, who is a senior, headed to the University of Maryland. Kaufman and Burles are a good 1-2 punch back there for St. Mary's. On the other end, you mentioned Will Hopkins. He's a smaller player, but as crafty and as smart as you may see in the MIAA. He's a young man who transferred from Glenelg Country School to get an opportunity to play some lacrosse this spring and go to St. Mary's. So he'll be a fun one to watch all day.
At the face-off X, it's going to be number 10, Ian Gieseman for the Dons, and number 49, Teddy Andrews for the Saints.
Mentioned senior day here. Good crowd on hand. Restricted audience allowed, so we're really excited, Joe, to have Don's Nation tuning in on the YouTube channel as well as Probably a lot of St. Mary's fans and fans of MIAA lacrosse.
Definitely Giesman's going to pull out that first faceoff, getting possession for the Dons.
Loyola only rolling with 2 face-off men this year. It's senior Ian Giesman. He's headed to VMI. Then you have junior Cole Myers, who is committed to Hofstra. Little unusual when you consider a lot of times, especially with the 50-plus man roster, might have 4 face-off guys, but Loyola only has 2, and they'll get a lot of work.
So like Loyola cycling through their substitutions. Niehaus swinging the ball around, getting the ball up top, above the restraining line.
Yeah, Tommy Niehaus nicked up a little bit in that Gilman game. Good to see him back out on the first line.
Miller with the dodge to the left side, gets double teamed. It's going to be the shot by Tolker, fanning away. It's going to be Loyola ball. Mason Cook will take it. It's looking like Tucker's going to take it for the Dodge left side. Shot goes high. Loyola will keep possession. It's like pass from Cook going to Tucker. Went incomplete. Number 21, Matt Dixon, able to take it.
Loyola 10 seconds on the shot clock. That'll be a shot clock violation against the Dons, so good defense right away for St. Mary's. Dons got 2 decent shots on that possession, but Joe, in short time, you got to have more clock awareness. It looked like Miller didn't know that it was short time and things were a little hurried.
Definitely. There's only the 1 shot clock working on the field, and that's on the backside, so the offensive side wasn't able to see the full shot clock, see how much time's left. That might be playing a factor into that.
Good point.
St. Mary's getting their offensive substitutions in. It's going to be number 5, Ford Marchant, guarded by number 23, Matt Rice of the Dons. Good slide there from Kevin Doyle, picking that up. It's going to be a loose ball, and that's going to be Loyola ball. Great defensive play there by Kevin Doyle.
We talked about that in the pregame. Doyle is, if you will, the unheralded member of this defensive group, but he just showed his talent right there, slapping the ball away from Marchant.
It's going to be number 22, Michael Hawes with the ball, getting it over to Kevin Tucker. Tucker getting double teamed. Looks like Loyola's going to hold out possession, try to get their substitutions back in on the offensive end. Niehaus swings it over to Hayden Miller at the top.
St. Mary's sliding quick. Just got to recognize, move the ball, see where the slide's coming from.
Tucker's shot goes high, and that's going to be Burles. We're going to say Burles is the closest player as St. Mary's gains possession.
I think that was a little hasty of a shot. I think if you're Loyola, you want to work the ball around a little bit. This is a defense in St. Mary's that you got to get them to move.
Pass to Galini goes high. It's going to be picked up by Bill Dwan.
If you're Cook and Dixon now, get it behind the goal. You want to get it through X. You want to turn the head of the defense, get them looking that way to attack the other.
It's going to be TJ Gravanti at the top of the field, swinging it over. It's number 25, Kalen O'Hara.
See, right now, Loyola keeping it above goal line extended. I like that ball to flow through X if you're the Dons.
Definitely take it behind the goal, force that defensive slide early, find someone open early.
St. Mary's being very aggressive defensively. Gilman played primarily zone against Loyola. St. Mary's, no way.
O'Hara's shot goes wide. They're going to say number 11, Matt Burnham, was the closest, and it'll be Loyola ball.
Looks like the shot clock on the scoreboard end now is working, but the game clock continues to run. So Loyola having some timekeeping issues. The clock, 10 seconds just ran off the clock. COVID, right?
Yep. Wondering if maybe at a timeout if they put those 10 seconds back on the clock as Gravanti drives down past the lane.
10 seconds for Loyola to shoot. Too much one-on-one, guys. But the flag is drawn. So Loyola draws the flag. It'll be an extra man opportunity for Loyola. Illegal body check against St. Mary's.
Looks like they're going to say that's on number 28, Wyatt Cotton. It's going to be a 30-second technical.
And St. Mary's defense has come out incredibly aggressive. This is a good opportunity for Loyola to get some rhythm, get some flow, and everybody get a touch on an extra man setting.
Looks like Loyola's keeping it on the outside, trying to get that St. Mary's defense to move around. Tolker's pass to Burnham goes incomplete. So that's going to be St. Mary's ball. It looks like Schmidt's going to take it out. Excuse me, Golini will take it out for the Saints.
Well, we've seen Loyola just be a little bit too impatient on offense so far. They don't have any rhythm, trying to do too much one-on-one. And St. Mary's hasn't even been able to generate a shot. They've turned it over on both of their possessions, and now they're clearing under duress, a man down.
Blaise able to get it past midfield as he gets double-teamed.
Good turn by Burles, getting out of trouble, handling the pressure and getting it to a shorty. St. Mary's will look to kill the rest of this foul and get back to even strength.
It's like St. Mary's now back at full strength. It's going to be Marchant bringing the ball around, looking to dodge against Rice. Hopkins shot low, good. Able to get the dodge off of X, getting that low, got the pick from Marchant, being able to get defenders caught up, get the open shot going low on Webb.
That's what Will Hopkins does. I coached Will for years with the Rough Riders 2022s, and again, he's as smart and as slick a player as you're going to come against. You nailed it perfectly. A down screen, he comes off, rubs off of it, gets his arms free into the middle of the field, and puts a worm burner past Jack Webb.
Not completely sure what's happening there. It looks like referee was talking to St. Mary's coach.
We've had some issues with the table, timing, and that type of thing. The teams are back at even strength. There are an even number of players on the field, so I'm not quite sure if the bench is saying that the penalty still has time on it, or if we're even.
I think they might be saying if they weren't completely sure how much time was left, because usually it's displayed up on the scoreboard, or it's easily seen how much time's left in the penalty. So I'm wondering if there's a little bit of dispute there, especially with how the game clock was running earlier.
Well, again, Loyola didn't see this type of pressure that St. Mary's is incorporating right now. They did not see that in their first game, as Gilman primarily ran his own defense. And thus far, Loyola has not handled the Saints' pressure. Looks like everything is square at the bench, and we're ready to resume action.
It's like Giesman pulled it out, but got stuck in his stick, so that's going to be St. Mary's possession.
And with the new face-off rules, Joe, you don't see those long scrums. Typically, the ball comes out pretty quick, so that was an extended tussle between Andrus and Giesman, and the ball got stuck in the back of the stick of Giesman, so the turnover to St. Mary's.
Definitely, with that new face-off rule implemented last year, changed the stance of the face-off men so they can't have a knee on the ground, and also changing the grip.
You a motor grip guy or a standing neutral guy, Joe?
I was more of a motor grip guy.
I could see you doing that.
It's going to be number 24, Nick Golini cycling around at X, guarded by Hawes.
Hawes, one of the best short stick D middies in the conference. Excellent job on that defense against Golini.
Shot by number 33, Will Brimhall, and they're going to say that's good.
Brimhall just a dodge down the alley, being guarded by a shorty for Loyola, and just not enough engagement from the short stick defender of Loyola. Brimhall gets his arms free, takes the shot. Webb got a piece of it, but then it caromed into the top portion of the net to give St. Mary's a 2-0 lead.
And that was Jack Shumwetter, the sophomore D-mid for Loyola, guarding Brimhall on that. It's going to be now Cole Myers taking the face-off for Loyola. And they're just going to say that's a face-off violation on Myers. They're going to say he went early.
Right now, everything is going St. Mary's way. Like we mentioned, the first couple possessions, they didn't even get a shot off. Their last two, they've taken advantage of a pick, then they took advantage of a matchup to score their 2 goals. Loyola's got to tighten up. Big defensive stand here for the Dons, and just get that ball back so they can get their offense into some type of flow.
It's going to be Gavin Burles taking her ball around, guarded by Rice. Get her around to Hopkins at X.
They're going to play a 2-man game with Hopkins all day long. You want to try to pick and rub him off to get him what we saw was his first goal of the game. So Loyola's just got to communicate, call those picks out, and switch if necessary, but stay on the matchup if you can.
It's going to be Barnett spinning off of Dwan, looking to get a shot, no good.
Barnett is the leading scorer for St. Mary's. He's a senior headed to UMBC. He had 5 or 6 goals against McDonough last week. The Saints lost to the Eagles 16-10, so he's a handful. Loyola now in his zone.
It's like they're rerunning freshman number 39, Peter Lake, at the point.
Good. I like how Loyola mixed up their defense there. They jumped into a zone when the ball went out of bounds, and St. Mary's didn't have a ton of time on the shot clock. It confused them. They get a shot clock violation. Possession over to the Dons.
It's like Niehaus is going to clear it over for the Dons.
Niehaus, a senior, honor before the game. He's headed to Mount St. Mary's.
Tucker, the quick goal in the possession, getting it off the dodge. Quick left-handed goal, getting that low on Wes Schmidt.
Early offense, Tucker noticed that he had some leverage getting to the middle of the field. That time he's able to solve Wes Schmidt with just a sweep to his left, beats him with a bouncer. That's a big goal for Loyola. You get the shot clock violation on one end, and then you turn it into early offense, quick offense on the other. Big goal for Loyola.
It's definitely one of Loyola's best generating midfielders scoring-wise. Having Kevin Tucker come off the dodge, he's extremely quick coming off the dodge, especially going to his left hand.
Well, that's a big goal, too, for Tucker. Him and Hayden Miller were held to double donuts their first game against Gilman. So being able to get his first of the season and get the first point for that group of midfielders is important, and that's big for confidence, Joe.
Definitely. Burles able to clear for the Saints. It's like they're going to cycle around, get their offensive substitutions in.
Yeah, if you're St. Mary's, you want to slow this game down. And if you can win faceoffs, have extended possessions, take care of the ball, shoot late in the shot clock, score or get a reset, that's their game. They want to shorten this game. Loyola wants to run.
Shot by Galini goes over the goal. It's going to stay St. Mary's possession, with Hopkins taking it behind the goal.
Loyola back in that zone.
Definitely. I think that zone helps eliminate Hawkins taking the ball off, trying to get a pick there. Eliminate him coming off the crease. Rimhall shot saved by Webb as Dewan's going to take that.
I'm not sure what happened to Webb when he came out of the crease. He lost his footing or lost sight of the ball, but he's able to pick it up and keep it out of harm's way.
Webb able to get to clear up to Michael Hawes. Tucker's shot goes high.
See, if you're Hawes, you got to get that ball down the wing. Loyola has not gotten the ball behind the goal in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Just get it behind, get that defense looking. They have to respect you from all angles of the field, and right now all they're having to do is defend from up top.
So that's going to be Niehaus taking it behind the goal. Guarded by
got an invert.
Look to feed it to Dixon on the crease. We're going to say Dixon stepped in the crease, and it's going to be St. Mary's ball.
Yeah, a little bit of a jam right there by Niehaus. It's good to come up the wing, come above goal line extended and bang that thing up the wing or skip it as opposed to trying to jam the crease. Dixon was covered, gets checked, and falls into the crease. St. Mary's ball.
Just over 30 seconds left. St. Mary's up 2-1 against the Dons. It's be Eric Chick guarded by number 24, Jack Schoenwetter. It's like St. Mary's just going to try to play this clock out. Barnett's shot goes high. 7.6 seconds left. It's going to be St. Mary's ball behind the goal. Blake's going to pick that up as the quarter expires. And going into the second quarter, Loyola is up 2-1. And going into the second quarter, Loyola Blakefield invites you to join our Blue and Gold Community Partners program. This program offers a direct way to support our Dons and their Blakefield experience, while also establishing a close relationship with the school and our community. For more information, please visit loyolablakefield.org/communitypartners. I'd like to take a moment to recognize one of our Blue and Gold community partners. The Jesuit community of Loyola University, Maryland, shares in the interests of the Worldwide Society of Jesus. This mission includes the service of faith and the promotion of justice and dialogue with cultures and with other religions. These values characterize its commitment to the educational apostolate at Loyola University, Loyola Blakefield, Cristo Rey, and St. Ignatius Academy in Baltimore.
Nice job, Joe. Good work. Where are you going to college next year?
I will be playing football at Western New England University in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You excited?
I am excited to head up there.
Are you a pro style offense? You an option quarterback? What's your bag?
I am much considered a pro style quarterback.
Okay.
Not very known for my running ability.
3-step or 5-step?
3.
3-step. Look at him.
3-step from the gun.
Little quick outs, slants.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of quick game.
Love it. So what do you think? What do you think first quarter here? 2-1, Loyola. I think the Dons enjoyed early possessions but couldn't really cash in, didn't really have a semblance of an offense. And then St. Mary's was able to win some faceoffs, controlled the tempo. They got a couple real good looks on Cage. Tucker scored that goal late in the first quarter to get Loyola on the board. But I think if you're Gene Ubriaco, you're over there telling your guys, 48-minute game, you don't have to hit home runs right off the bat. You know, let's get into our offense. That's what worked against Gilman. Gilman made Loyola work on offense by running those zones. Just because a team comes out in man and is aggressive to slide, got to have that head up and look for that one more if you're Loyola, because they are sliding hard. And if Loyola can start moving the ball and get some backside looks, I think they're going to be in great shape.
Definitely, especially with those aggressive slides. When guys like Kevin Tucker are dodging, you get guys like Colin Burles sliding early for the Dons, leaving that man open real quick. It's got to be open for a quick feed. It's going to be Giesemann taking the face off for the Dons. It's like Gies is going to pick that up. It's going to be Rice taking it into the alley.
I like how Rice cycles it behind the cage. You get that defense looking. Now you can make your substitutions. Everybody gets a touch.
Tucker's pass to Dixon goes high. So that's going to be St. Mary's ball.
I mean, those are self-inflicted wounds you just cannot have. It's catching and throwing. Basic skills.
It's like St. Mary's is going to cycle the ball up at the top, get their offensive substitutions in. So Eric Chick takes the dodge, guarded by Hawes, taking it around the back, trying to get to Hopkins.
Hopkins is their quarterback. He's the guy, he's the drummer of this offense. He's the one that keeps their rhythm, distributes the ball.
It's like Loyola's going to be going back to that man, trying to get something going, force pressure on the outside.
Good defense by Matt Rice. Just match feet, keep the midfielder in front of you. That was textbook. Blake's got to get his stick in front of his man.
Brimhall shot, no good. Picked up by Webb as he gets it over the Hawes for the clear. Hawes will get the clear for the Dons. Larkin's shot, looks like that got tipped.
Looks like it hit somebody in the back of the helmet and skied to the heavens above. Ball goes out of bounds. It looks like St. Mary's, I think, takes a timeout.
So going into that timeout, we'd like to take a moment to recognize another one of our blue and gold community partners. First National Bank is proud to be a sponsor of Loyola Blakefield Athletics, home of the Dons. At FNB, we believe that our local communities are the lifeblood of the markets we serve. Our involvement with Loyola Blakefield and the athletics program is just a small way FNB gives back to local communities everywhere. Please stop by our closest branch in Towson at 1 West Pennsylvania Ave or visit our other branches in Baltimore, Harford, and Howard counties. You may also visit us online at www.fnb-online.com. First National Bank, member FDIC. So there's 10-10 left in the second quarter, 67 seconds left on the possession clock. I think Loyola offensively just got to be able to find that way to cycle it around, get it behind the goal, force that St. Mary's defense to turn around.
Well, I think, when you get it behind the goal, you just get everybody involved in the offense, and you get the defense thinking. And that's when you can make your substitutions. You can also catch somebody on a cut or something of that nature. You just want possessions if you're Loyola. And again, the aggressive sliding in the 6-on-6 by St. Mary's, you just got to get them moving, and they are moving, and just find the open man, make the one more.
It's going to be number 6, Charlie Corris, taking it in the back corner.
And it looks like St. Mary's has incorporated a shutoff on number 37, Kevin Tucker. So, in essence, we're playing 5-on-5 lacrosse.
It's going to be Dixon taking it around. Looks to feed Cook. That's going to be picked up by number 21, Nick Kaufman.
Yeah, if you're Dixon, you got to put that ball behind the cage. It's fool's gold on the crease.
Coming off of Kaufman's clear, it's going to be number 33, Will Brimhall, holding it out for the Saints.
When Loyola's moved Dixon back to midfield, they got Charlie Corse, who has been injured, did not play in the win against Gilman. He is now in on attack.
It's going to be number 7, Bobby Keene, taking it, guarded by Matt Rice. It's like they're going to get back to Hopkins. Galini guarded by number 39, Peter Lake.
Lake does a nice job of forcing them behind the cage. He's not done yet, though. Nice save by Webb.
Webb save off a Galini shot. He goes to clear at the Hawes.
That's tremendous play by Hawes. Tremendous play by Hawes. Keeping it in front of him. Keeping it now there. If I'm Mike Hawes, put that ball behind the cage. You see that, Joe? Pass the ball forward. Pass it forward.
It's like they got Niehaus wide open on a cut. Niehaus feeding it to Mason Cook coming off the crease. Easy goal on the crease for Loyola.
Unsettled situation, and excellent recognition by Loyola, but that play was made by Michael Haas by keeping the ball alive on the sideline, and then they were able to cycle it back up top, and that was just a substitution error by St. Mary's. Niehaus came out from the box. A St. Mary's player didn't follow him. I mean, he was so wide open. Even if that ball would have gone behind the cage, Joe, he'd have been open on that cut. Nice job by Tommy Niehaus.
It's going to be Giesman once again getting the ball on the faceoff for the Dons.
And it was Mason Cook with the finish. So nice finish by Mason Cook. And Loyola's trying to call a timeout right there.
It's like they're trying to get Giesman off the field.
Well, he was under pressure, and they wanted to get a timeout so they could keep possession, but Giesman never got into the box in Lacrosse. The timeout is sideline to sideline. As long as you're below that restraining line, not even called a restraining line anymore, as long as you're behind that line to the box, you can get a timeout.
It's going to be St. Mary's cycling it through, getting their substitutions in. It's going to be number 1, Nikki Sousa, bringing it down, guarded by Michael Hawes. Getting it to Hopkins once again at X. Chick looking for the shot off the spin. Doesn't get it. It's going to be picked up by Sousa behind the goal.
That zone so they're playing man, and then after the initial shot, they're jumping into a zone, and that does have St. Mary's confused.
Larkin's jump shot, no good. Of course, he's going to pick that up in the back corner.
Midfield of Niehaus, Gravanti, and Owen Dixon in the game now for Loyola.
It's like it's going to be Gravanti taking it down the alley.
Well, Gravanti's an attackman by nature, so he loves inverts. He loves short stick matchups. There you can't let him make that switch. But now another attackman should have a shorty matchup.
It's going to be Owen Dixon looking to get the dodge on number 45, Brogan Stofa. It's not going to be Tolker.
Here's the shorty matchup.
This is the matchup you want for Loyola. To be a quick slide from Burles as he's able to get the ground ball.
Timeout by St. Mary's. So the good news there is you get the shorty matchup, but if you're dodging, especially if you're going to roll back, you've got to be aware of the fast slide. Because if you do have that shorty matchup, even if it's any other natural slide by St. Mary's, they're coming hard. So you really got to be aware if you're Loyola to keep that ball hot, move the ball.
Definitely. It was good awareness by Tolker, being able to take it in quick, looking to get that pass off that quick slide, just unable to get it as Burles came in pretty quick.
Now, if you're St. Mary's, I mean, you got Loyola 2-2. 5:56 left to go here in the second quarter. You're coming off of a tough loss to McDonough, 16-10. Loyola rolled heavy over Gilman, 13-4. So if you're St. Mary's right now, you're feeling really good about yourselves. If you're Loyola, it's got to relax. I mean, they've had 2 early offense goals, 2 opportunistic goals. They've yet to get anything going in the 6-on-6. That is probably what Gene Ubriaco is talking about in the offensive huddle. Defensive huddle, Stephen Abrams. I love that little wrinkle where they're going man-to-man, and then when the shot goes out of bounds, they're jumping into a zone. St. Mary's they've gotten 1 quality shot that I can remember, but other than that, they really haven't been able to generate a whole lot of looks when Loyola slips into that zone.
Definitely, it's forcing that St. Mary's offense just to think a little bit extra, trying to figure out where they can get their shots off. Not especially with that zone, not being able to get Hopkins off those dodges, off the crease. It's going to be Nick Galini taking the ball for the Saints. Brimstall guarded by number 23, Matt Rice. Chick kicks it over to Galini. Hopkins able to get the low goal on Webb off the late slide from A.J. Larkin.
So what St. Mary's did out of that timeout was they ran a zone offense, and it ran to perfection. It was just a wheel. Basically, it was passing down the wings, and then you switch the field, and then the man behind the goal just rolled up top. So basically, the guy to the right of right-handed goaltender Jack Webb just cycled behind, and everybody just made a wheel motion.
So that's going to be another face-off violation on the Dons. That's going to be a 30-second technical penalty.
So rule in Division I men's lacrosse, and that's what, or NCAA lacrosse, I should say, and that is what the MIAA plays. 3 face-off violations in one half equal a 30-second penalty, and then therefore every face-off violation thereafter will result in another 30-second technical foul. So big opportunity for St. Mary's after scoring that goal.
So Loyola's got to be able to keep that defense holding for just about 15 more seconds. Wait until they can get to full strength. Barnett shot on Webb, good. Bring that St. Mary's lead up to 4-2, 5:13 left in the second.
Nothing fancy, just working the ball around. And then Barnett just stepped in. It was not an easy shot. And that's typically a shot you think Webb is going to track, but credit Barnett. Good placement, good velocity. Finds it far post, and St. Mary's is back up by 2.
Looks like the Dons have brought back in Ian Gieseman and take their face-off. It's been a constant cycle of face-off guys for Loyola this game. It's like Gieseman's going to take the shot. That's going to be saved by Wes Schmidt.
Good try by Gies. Good ride by Loyola. Gotta love the pressure.
It's like Andrews got it off the last second. As
Wow.
St. Mary's gets the open shot, number 45, Brogan Stofa gets the wide open shot on Webb. 5-2, 4:46 left in the first half.
Well, right now all the momentum is on St. Mary's side. You can see their fans are pumped. The bench has a ton of energy. That's a tough break for Loyola, as the defenders went upfield trying to get that loose ball, and Broga was underneath wide open, and he sticks it. St. Mary's up 5-2.
Gieseman winning the faceoff again.
And that's a nice job by Ian Gieseman. He's facing off under pressure. You know, he's got those 2 face-off violations, so he's got to be real careful.
Tolker swinging it back up to Niehaus. Loyola cycling the ball up above goal line extended, getting it to Hayden Miller.
They got Dixon back on attack. Midfield unit of Miller, Tucker, and Niehaus.
Miller's shot, no good. So you're going to say that's on goal, so that's going to restart the possession clock as Miller will take it again.
Good shot. Cook with the, you got to find it if you're Loyola.
So they're going to say that went off the foot of Kaufman, and that's going to be Loyola ball.
Good aggressive play by Tolker. That's one thing Henry Tolker, among other things, does very well, is ride and creates defensive pressure.
Loyola's going to keep cycling up top between Hayden Miller, Tommy Niehaus, and Kevin Tucker as Niehaus will take it on the dodge.
You can see that slide coming immediately. Bang it backside, boom, there it is.
Cook shot low, saved by Schmidt.
That's a good save by the goaltender, but that's good offense from Loyola. That backside will be open with St. Mary's sliding so aggressively.
Burzen's kicking over to Hopkins. It's like Hopkins is just trying to pull Doyle out. St. Mary's keeping that cycle going, trying to get their substitutions. It's number 7, Bobby Keene will hold it out, getting it over to Eric Chick. St. Mary's cycling on the outside. So you got Nicolini on Peter Lake.
Lake, a freshman's played really well thus far. Just got to stay in that. Don't go for that home run. That's it. Get back. Body. Good D.
Brimstall's low shot, no good. Hopkins will take it behind the goal for the Saints.
Thomas Lala in the game at long pole for Loyola. Sophomore.
It's going to be Lake picking up the loose ball, bringing it up on the clear for the Dons.
Well, this is where he needs help. Shorty's got a show, and that's a tough flip. Nice handle by Matt Rice.
It's going to be a timeout, Loyola.
All right, so you're down 3. Get a timeout, draw something up, get a good shot, and chip away one at a time.
150 left in the ball. 150 left in the first half. St. Mary's up 5-2. Got quick 3 goals in the span of only a couple of minutes, being able to get some quick fast break shots open.
They've definitely scored off of broken plays. They've been opportunistic, St. Mary's has. That goal then they scored coming out of the timeout against the zone defense, that little zone wheel that they put in when they scored that, it just seemed really to energize the Saints. And, Loyola, look, it's a good team. It's a senior-laden team. It's senior day. It's time for the seniors to step up and make some plays for the Dons and try to get some of that energy, some of that momentum back.
Definitely trying to get some of that step up, making sure getting that cycle through the offense, finding those open guys cutting through.
Well, you saw that last offensive sequence, right? Dodge down the alley. Slide came fast. I mean, faster than some guy trying to blitz you and disrupt your, when you drop back, when your 3-step drop. Banged it backside to Toker. Toker back, Mason Cook. Beautiful shot. Credit the goalie. Really, really good save. Wes Schmidt, tough goalie to beat, but those are the looks that if Loyola can continue to make those types of looks and have that type of ball movement, they will have success.
Definitely. Those quick bang-out passes off those slides is where Loyola is going to be able to capitalize and get available goals and not have to try to force anything.
So St. Mary's right out of the timeout. They're in a shutoff. They're using 44 Brogan Stofa to shut off Kevin Tucker. They're also shutting off Hayden Miller. So it's a double shutoff.
It's going to be Niehaus cycling it back to Matt Dixon at X.
Wow, that was a great look. Tucker with a nice handle, but he can't finish. That was a great backdoor cut by Tucker and a good feed by Dixon. Just unfortunate that there's no finish.
It's a great save by Schmidt.
That was a wonderful save.
Schmidt got left kind of let bear open there. As Tucker came wide open off that backdoor cut. As Brimstall shot wide open, nobody in front of him, gets that to go on Webb. St. Mary's taking a 4-goal lead with 1:11 left in the first half.
That, Joe Eldridge, is the good old 2-goal turnaround. So instead of it being 5-3, with that finish, an opportunity, saved by Schmidt, it goes the other way, and Brimhall then puts a bullet past Jack Webb. So instead of being down 5-3, you now are cutting that deficit to 5-3. Now you're down 6-2. 2-goal turnaround on that last play.
It's going to be Giesman once again pulling that faceoff out for the Dons. Cook unable to handle that pass. It's going to be another timeout, Loyola.
All right, you're down 6-2, a minute left, 71 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time to make something happen. Impressed with Ian Giesman at the faceoff dot. When he's He jumped a little bit. Him and Cole Myers both have violated and created that situation where they have the 3 face-off violations. But the last couple, he's won clean out the front, and he's done a better job of handling the pressure when the defense comes after him. So nice job getting the ball to the point right there. If I'm Loyola, what do you expect this time? From St. Mary's out of the timeout. Last time it was a double shut, so you're basically playing 4-on-4. Tucker was still able to get open and get an opportunity to shoot in close. So right now, if you're Gene Ubriaco, you're just trying to figure out what St. Mary's is going to do. Little eye on what they are going to do, big eye on what you want to accomplish.
Definitely. Even with those open shots Loyola has had up near the crease, just haven't been able to get it past Wes Schmidt, who's had a very good game today for the Saints.
Especially here in the second quarter. He's seeing the ball, he's reacting very fast, and showing why he is a Maryland commit.
Could be Kevin Tucker taking it up top, getting it over to Dixon.
There you see that fast slide right there. That's just too early in the possession to be going for that pass, and it wasn't a good pass.
Dixon looked to get Mason Cook on.
So there were 2 things there. One, the pass was too far away from Mason Cook, but if you're Cook, you got to move your feet. You got to follow that slide, fill the area that was vacated by the slider, and you might have a better opportunity to catch that pass. So it was there, but just 6 seconds into the possession, that's a tough break for Loyola. So now instead of being able to trim it to potentially to 6-3, now you got to defend and try not to go down 7-2.
It's going to be just over 20 seconds left on the game clock. It's going to be Salza holding it out up near midfield, guarded by Matt Rice. Salza kicking over to Eric Chick, guarded by Hawes. Looking the shot off the spin. Webb with the easy save, heaving it downfield as game clock expires. And going into the half, Loyola down 6-2 to St. Mary's Saints. And with that, we're going to go into a quick break, and we'll be back at the start of the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the start of the second half between your Loyola Dons and the St. Mary's Saints. Joe Eldridge here with Mark Dixon. St. Mary's currently up 6-2.
Just got to see what Loyola's made of here. You could see some of the seniors talking to the team at halftime. A lot of energy coming onto the sideline, onto the bench area. If you're St. Mary's, you continue your game plan of selective offense, aggressive sliding defense. If you're Loyola, you just got to move the ball, find the open man, and look for opportunities and just take, it's cliche, Joe, but just take one goal at a time, chip away.
It's going to be Giesemann and Andrews at the faceoff axis. Andrews will pull it out and get possession for St. Mary's.
That's a weak flag. I mean, you got two guys battling for a loose ball, and you throw a flag on a faceoff guy trying to check the ball. I mean, that's just a weak flag.
It's going to be Galini holding the ball out for the Saints, trying to get a free possession right here. It's going to be Salza holding it up top, guarded by Matt Rice, bringing it around. Salza looking to shoot off the dodge. Shot goes wide.
Yeah, Souza, good head of steam, made it down the alley. The young man committed to, I believe, Jacksonville University, if I'm not mistaken. No, his older brother plays there right now. Not the start you wanted if you're Loyola. You go man down right off the bat. And I believe that was a slash. It's the only thing it could have been.
I'm going to say that slash is on number 10, the faceoff man for Loyola, Ian Giesemann. It's going to be St. Mary's with their extra man offense out. Last EMO opportunity for St. Mary's. They were able to capitalize with a goal. Good cycling there for St. Mary's, getting it to Hopkins behind the goal, where you want Hopkins to be. Larkin doing a good job at two-pointing that top for the Dons. Hopkins starts to come open on the crease. Good pickup by Doyle.
It's a nice job by Doyle.
Good shot by good save by Webb off the shot from Barnett. So get it up to Matt Rice at midfield.
Nice handle by Rice, and then a good handle by Tolker. They got numbers. Nothing here, nothing here. Big save by Webb. Hopefully that can get him going. Struggled a little bit there in the first half.
Tolker off the crease. Saved by Schmidt.
Again, just a little too rushed with the offense. Hadn't even made your substitutions yet. And you're offhand, around goal line extended. A little bit more patience.
Schmidt able to get it up to Chick towards midfield. Able to clear it for St. Mary's. Brimstone out the ball, picked up by Michael Hawes. It's going to be Brimstone taking the ball around and looking to maybe get a dodge, get it behind the goal. Gets in on the crease. Good save by Jack Webb.
Big time save by Webb. And then a crease violation to boot. So possession over to Loyola. Webb with two big saves to start the second half.
It's definitely that defensive start Loyola needs as Doyle's going to take it up.
Got to look box side. You had Tucker open. Nice look to right. Rice has done a nice job today clearing the ball, handling some passes and in traffic, under pressure.
It's like Corse is going to slip and lose the ball. We're going to say that's going to go off the stick of Rice, and it'll be Kaufman picking it up for the Saints. It's like St. Mary's tried to start that possession off early. It's going to be Kaufman taking the ball up in the alley for the Saints. St. Mary's still looking to clear it. Pass to Burlace. Goes long as Doyle's able to pick it up.
Nice handle by Doyle. St. Mary's done a great job of cutting the field in half, though. Every time Loyola has any type of transition opportunity, they get quick subs on. They cut the field off using that substitution box to their benefit. So they have limited Loyola's transition big time so far this afternoon.
Loyola's looking to get their substitutions in. It's going to be Dixon getting over to Hayden Miller at the top. Miller picked up by number 25, Sean Burzins. Tolker off the feed from Miller on the turnaround shot, good, cutting that St. Mary's the lead down to 3. St. Mary's only up now only up 6-3, 7:46 left in the third.
Well, nice job by Miller. Cruised down the right-hand alley, turned back, saw the slide, and an equally nice job by Greg Tolker. Henry Tolker. Sees the slide, follows it, takes the feed from Miller. He's coming upfield, feet moving, and is able to stick it past Wet Schmidt. That's what I mean, Joe, about getting this St. Mary's defense moving and making the one more. Nice job by Hayden Miller to find Tolker.
Looks like they're going to say Teddy Andrews went early, and this could be picked up by Shane Elliott for the Dons. Elliott's going to flip it over to Kevin Tucker as they look to get their substitutions in. It's going to be Tucker holding it up top. Looks like he's going to be drawing that long pole, number 2, George Acton.
Acton's an active stick. Good athlete, lefty.
It's going to be Dixon on the dodge, looking to kick it out.
One more, there it is.
Good offensive rotation there by Loyola. Gets it over to Tucker as he loses the ball.
Yeah, see, you can see Miller's got the shorty up top. He's ready to dodge.
Looks like they're going to call penalty there on Acton. Looks like they're going to call a slash there on George Acton. It's going to give Loyola 1 minute man up.
Tucker's a competitor, but he can't do it all himself. Share the ball, move it, and let your teammates help you.
So coming in for the Dons on the extra man offense is going to be number 11, Matt Burnham. Number 19, Hayden Celio. Excuse me, they're going to call that penalty on number 20, Sam Palmciano.
Yeah, Palmisano with the could have taken your pick on 2 or 3 blue jerseys in there, Joe.
Miller with the feed to Burnham. Burnham's jumping shot. An athletic play there. Able to get that to go. Loyola able to capitalize on that extra man opportunity with 38 seconds left in a penalty clock.
Huge extra man goal right there for Loyola. We saw Miller with the feed in the 6-on-6. There he sees the skip wide open. And that pass was a little high. Credit Matt Burnham for climbing the ladder. Was able to corral it, not only corral it, but get a shot off, and just enough mustard, just enough pepper on it to get it past Wes Schmidt and cut the Saints' advantage back down to 2.
Score's now 6-4, just over 6:20 left. That goal will bring game back to full strength.
Yeah, it was a releasable foul.
It's going to be Nick Galini, guarded by Peter Lake up top. Sal's now bringing the ball around, guarded by Shane Elliott, the sophomore.
Elliott's an experienced, terrific athlete, really tough lacrosse player. This is a big-time situation for him.
Elliott's going to follow Salza down behind the goal. Salza looks to get the dodge.
Little two-man game behind. Didn't get the switch they wanted, so good integrity by that Loyola D. This is what St. Mary's wants. They wanted the big little.
Looks like they got Hopkins on short pole, Shane Elliott. Hopkins' shot goes no good.
was a good job by Elliott forcing Hopkins to his weak hand. 18 seconds left on the shot clock for the Saints.
It's going to be Barnett taking it, guarded by Bill Dwan. Good double by Shane Elliott there. They got Barnett.
They got to go. You can see Dwan. I don't think Barnett knows that he's got short time. He's got 2 seconds on the shot clock. Poor clock awareness by the Saints. Barnett wasn't aware of the short time and a shot clock violation. Good defensive stand for the Dons.
It's going to be Larkin getting over to Hawes there on the clear. Just over 4:45 left in the third. St. Mary's still up 6-4. Loyal's looking to just cycle that around. Tommy Niehaus now with the ball as Loyola gets their substitutions in. Gets it over to TJ Gravanti. He's got to get some offense rotation here, get that St. Mary's defense moving, try to force that slide quick.
It's Gravanti, Niehaus, and Burnham middle midfield for the Dons. This is TJ Gravanti. His dad, Tom, head coach at Mount St. Mary's. Terrific guy.
Gravanti's shot deflected by Nick Kaufman.
Well, and there's where you got to fight for a ground ball if you're Loyola.
Kaufman able to feed it up to Burles. He'll now be guarded by Tommy Niehaus. Looks like he's going to shoot that. Shot goes wide. It's going to stay St. Mary's ball. It's going to be Hopkins with the ball, guarded by Doyle. St. Mary's cycling it up top. Eric Chick now with the ball up top. Looking to dodge on Hawes.
Trying for that big little once again.
Good recovery on the screen there from Doyle. St. Mary's keeping that cycle. Galini guarded by Lake up top.
Just don't want him underneath. Galini's a lefty, very crafty, very smart, slick with the stick. That's good defense.
Chick's bouncer, no good. Webb able to clear it up to Bill Dwan.
Great handle by Dwan.
Mason Cook getting it up to Michael Hawes up top. Loyal trying to hold the ball out, get that substitutions. Hawes wide open for the shot. Goes wide.
Hawes, he's improved his game tremendously, Joe, over the last couple of years. Really developed a lot more confidence with his stick to let a shot like that go.
Loyal getting those offensive substitutions in. It's going to be Kevin Tucker holding the ball up near midfield for the Dons. Tucker trying to draw out that long pole. Corus's shot goes high. It's going to be picked up by Mason Cook.
Nice little pop out by Corus. Just good velocity on the shot.
Tucker picking up the double team. Gets it over to Hayden Miller. Miller picks up the double team. His pass, Matt Dixon, goes out of bounds. That's going to be St. Mary's ball.
Good defense by St. Mary's. Looked like it was a little trail check on Hayden Miller. The ball went to the feet of Dixon. He was there.
To be Salza holding the ball out for the Saints, getting it over to Brimstall.
If you're Loyola, you haven't given up a goal yet this quarter. Want to ride this one out. 50 seconds left on the shot clock, 1:16 left on the game. So if you can get a stop or create a turnover here, Loyola will have another opportunity to get one before the period ends. That's big boy. That's big boy defense right there.
Good physical defense there from A.J. Larkin.
And he gets a ground. That's the kind of play that can really energize you. Terrific play by Larkin.
It's going to be late clearing it over for the Dons, getting it over to Mason Cook. Good possession there defensively for Loyola. Forcing that turnover from A.J. Larkin and picking up that ground ball, getting the clear quick. Looks like Loyola's just going to try to play out the rest of this game clock on offense. 35 seconds left. It's be Hayden Miller up top near midfield. Miller back up top, guarded by Cotton. Miller shot wide. That's going to be Loyola ball picked up by Dixon behind the goal. 12.1 seconds left. Dixon's pass to Cook intercepted by Colin Burles as he's going to shoot.
Nice save by Webb.
Good save by Webb there. Going into the end of the third. Loyola down by 2. St. Mary's up 6-4. And with that, going into the third, we'd like to take a moment to recognize another one of our community partners, 1-800-GOT-JUNK. 1-800-GOT-JUNK is another one of our community partners and the world's largest junk removal service. They make the ordinary business of junk removal exceptional by sending a team of 2 friendly, capable pros who do all the removal anywhere, inside or out. They'll finish up with the thorough broom cleanup. Up to 60% of the items they collect are donated or recycled, and if you call before 2 p.m., they guarantee same-day service within 90 minutes of your call. From one item to many truckloads, nothing is too much to ask. Stop staring at that pile of junk. Call them today. They're available 7 days a week until midnight.
Tell you, Joe Eldridge, my phone is going off the hook. People complimenting you on the job you're doing today. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We got Christian Anderson, Mr. Anderson, skinny, saying, tell Joe he's doing a heck of a job. Love that kid. You got Jim Stafford, class of 90. Shout out Jim. Craig Ronald, class of 90, member of the Athletic Hall of Fame here at Loyola Blakefield, saying your partner's doing a great job. So nice job, Joe.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm able to get you on the broadcast on today.
Well, it's not easy. You know, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for that spicy buff you promised me. I heard Spicy Buff Tuesday's legendary here at Blakefield. So
definitely draws a lot of hype here.
Before this is all said and done, I expect a spicy buff. But we got ourselves a ball game, 6-4. Loyola won that quarter, down 6-2 at half. They've trimmed it down to 2. They are getting some possessions. Jack Webb seeing the ball well. AJ, it would have been huge. It's not the end of the world, but it would have been huge if they could have gotten a goal off of that Larkin play. You know, Larkin just manhandling his assignment at the top of the box, taking the ball away. But as it is, it's a 2-goal game, and anything can happen.
Definitely. Just Loyola, once they find that spark, Loyola will get going on offense, and they can be near unstoppable when they find their spark. Andrew's going to pick that ball up. So it looks like
Larkin's stick broke. But he got off the field fast, and Loyola was able to get back into the hole to limit any transition. But what this means is their best defender now is off the field in A.J. Larkin.
It's definitely something you don't want to see, especially when St. Mary's currently has possession. It looks like they're going to keep Lala in for Larkin. It's number 5, Marchant, bring the ball behind the goal. Getting over to Galini. Brimhall kicking over to Eric Chick as he looks to dodge on Hawes. Marchant bringing it over top, bringing it up top to Brimhall. St. Mary's trying to get some offensive rotation here, find something open. It's Tyler Barnett's bounce shot coming from the double team from Bill Dwan goes for St. Mary's.
Yeah, not sure what happened there, but you had a switch where Matt Rice, a short stick D midi, ended up on Barnett. So I guess they were able to pick Dwan off of Barnett. He comes upfield and collects it. He's a lefty, shot that one righty far post. That's a big goal for St. Mary's.
Brings their lead back up 3, 7-4. with 10:48 left in the ball game. Giesman pulling that out for the Dons once again.
Did a nice job of getting it to Tucker, too, as well as Shorty. Good handle by Mason Cook.
Niehaus bringing the ball up top, guarded by Cotton. It's going to be Tucker bringing that up, guarded by Acton. Unable to get the spin as Acton knocks that loose.
Yeah, Acton just picked the pocket. Talented long stick midi going to Georgetown. And we've got an offsides against Loyola.
Just unaware play there. Definitely can hurt Loyola. Putting that extra man down defense. Marchant guarded by Matt Rice.
Well, if it's a slow whistle, you're St. Mary's. You want to keep possession as long as you can.
I think Loyola realized they were already offsides. They brought that one man back down, playing 7 men on defense.
Big save by Webb. But Loyola's going to go down a man for another 30 seconds.
.9:12 left in the ball game. St. Mary's still up 7-4. Looks like they're going to call that on number 21, Matt Dixon. It's going to create a 30-second extra man opportunity there for St. Mary's. Looking to bring that lead back up to 4 goals.
Big defensive stop here is in order for Loyola. Time is starting to become their enemy. Just over 9 minutes left in the game, down by 3.
Shot by number 7, Bobby Keene, goes wide. It's going to be Hopkins picking it up as that's going to restart the play clock. 12 seconds left till full strength. Brimhall with the low ripper. Good on Webb, bringing that lead back up to 4. 8-4. St. Mary's up, 8:44 left in the ballgame.
Hopkins is dangerous. He is a smart player. And what you have to be worried about with Hopkins is when he comes around the goal with that left hand, you got to pay attention to him. And he just delivers a nice pass to Brimhall up top, who puts the worm burner past Jack Webb. Tall order now, Loyola down by 4. With 8:49 left to go in the contest.
It's going to be Giesman back off with the face-off X for Loyola.
That's a hold against St. Mary's. Possession over to Loyola.
It's going to be picked up by number 24, Jack Schoenwetter.
St. Mary's back to shutting off Tucker. So it's Dixon and Miller up top.
It's going to be Miller taken up by midfield. He's got to get some offensive rotation.
Loyola just doesn't look organized offensively right now.
Good cut.
Yeah, there we go.
Good cutting by Dixon, getting the goal.
And that's going to be a flag. The question is, Dixon gets underneath, sticks it high to high. The question's going to be, it will be a late hit, but is it dead ball or is it live ball? Because if it's a dead ball foul, there'll be no face-off, ball right to Loyola. If it's a live ball foul, they will face it off. Either way, St. Mary's will be a man down.
And it looks like it's going to be
it's a dead ball foul. So Loyola, this is Joe. This is the equivalent in lacrosse of make it, take it.
Good cut there by Dixon, getting that goal.
Yeah, he recognized he got leverage on his defender, just lowered his shoulder, got inside, and was able to split and put the high shot past Wes Schmidt. Golden opportunity for Loyola to string a couple together here, grab some momentum. I don't think it was a non-releasable foul, Joe, so should Loyola score, it will be released. But still, to get the ball back without having to go through the trouble of the face-off is huge.
Toker looked past inside, got tipped back to him. So Loyola's looking to cycle this around, look for something open coming off this extra man offensive opportunity. Cook's pass to Chorus goes out of bounds. That's going to be St. Mary's ball. 23 seconds left on the penalty. 7:34 left in the ball game. Going to be number 28, Wyatt Cotton, bringing the ball up for the Saints.
Good ride by Toker. Held him out just long enough for Larkin to get in there and try to work him. This is where Toker needs to come in, and he does.
Burles able to pick that up. Guarded by Dwan. Gets double, triple teamed.
That was a nice ground ball by Burles. Refs are letting them play. I tell you what, bodies are flying everywhere and a lot of physical play, and referees are letting it go.
Good job of Loyola gaining possession there off the loose ball. As Rice swings it in quick. But Schmidt's going to get that for St. Mary's.
I mean, Joe, I know you're going to watch this game back. When you watch it back, count the number of opportunities Loyola's missed right on the doorstep. That's another one. Nice look inside to Rice. The quick stick just off the mark. I think, I'm old now, but I'm trying to remember in this game, I think there's been 3 or 4 right on the crease that Loyola hasn't cashed in on.
It's like Nick Kaufman went offsides there. This could be Loyola ball.
So you got to communicate. I don't think anybody's talking to Hawes. Loyola wins the substitution game.
Miller picked up the slide from Acton. Loose ball going into Cook. It looks like they're going to call a timeout Loyola there.
Looks like Loyola picked it up and was able to save a timeout. Or save possession, I should say, with the timeout.
So with that timeout, we'd like to thank another one of our community partners, Fidelity Building Services Group. Fidelity Building Services Group is a proud blue and gold community partner and brings its best-in-class expertise in integrated technical building services to our country's most important industries. Fidelity Building Services Group represents the leading edge of the integrated technical building services industry. They have the unique ability to ensure that a building is performing at peak efficiency under all operating conditions and to keep it that way. The expertise they bring to the table delivers extraordinary experiences to building management and occupants alike.
All right, 6:10 left. You're down 8-5. Your coach Ubriaco, what are you doing? What are you telling him in there?
I think definitely trying to force that quick slide from St. Mary's, and got to find that man open quick and get a quick one-man pass.
It'll be interesting to see what St. Mary's comes out in. They've done different things throughout the game here today. They've done shutoffs. They haven't gone zone. So we'll see if they decide to shut off Tucker. They've shut off Miller before. We'll see if with this quick hit offense, if Loyola can get something going.
And I wouldn't be surprised if you see a shutoff on Miller just because he's been such an efficient passer for Loyola in the second half, getting 2 assists in the third. St. Mary's comes out. It's going to be Miller taking it out in the alley for the Dons.
So it looks like St. Mary's is playing Loyola straight up. They've got Acton, number 2, the long stick on Tucker.
Looks like they'll put number 14, Chris Galini, on Hayden Miller.
Well, this is where Loyola's going to want to attack from. Miller and Dixon have the shorties. It's Good wheel offense right there. They took a page out of St. Mary's playbook, running that wheel. Mason Cook just put the shot wide.
Good job there by Loyola, making sure you're cycling around. Tucker gets off the pick. That's going to be deflected.
There's a ground ball. Cook picks it up. Just missed. Pinballed inside to Mason Cook.
25 seconds left on the shot clock. 5:43 left in the ballgame as Tolker takes it out behind the goal, guarded by Colin Burles. Unable to get the wraparound shot as Burles picks that up.
Good D by Burles. Smart play by Will Hopkins. He uses the size of Kevin Doyle. Doyle was in great position, and he just pushes off of Doyle to give him a better angle to get that ground ball. That is a smart play by Will Hopkins.
It's going to be Nick Golini holding the ball out. Getting over to Brimstall as St. Mary's gets their substitutions in. It's going to be Marchant bringing the ball into the alley, guarded by Matt Rice.
Yeah, if you're Rice, I wouldn't, Marchant, shove him out of bounds, man. He's walking a tightrope over there on the far side of Hargenen.
Definitely got to push the tempo a little bit defensively, try to force St. Mary's into a bad possession. As Marchant looks to just run that play clock out.
Right there, yeah. Nice job by Matt Rice. He uses the end line as his friend. That was a heady play by Matt Rice.
And it looks like they're going to call penalty there. It looks like they might call an illegal pick on Jack Webb there.
No, those penalties are on St. Mary's. His play continues. So I think you're going to have something on number 5, Marchant from St. Mary's. Then he just slashes Tucker. You could have 3. We could be looking at 3 penalties, Joe Eldridge, on number 5 in blue.
Wow, that's.
But if they're not full time, well, yeah, because the goal is scored. So there's going to be personal fouls. Loyola could be up for potentially 3 minutes here.
It's a good dodge there by Kevin Tucker, getting open off of Marchant.
Well, that play was made by Matt Rice. Rice forced the issue. I thought Marchant was way too close to the sideline and the end line. Rice pushes him out of bounds. Webb steps out of his crease. Marchant gives him the what's what. I think then he said something to the officials, which drew the second flag. And then he slashed Tucker as Tucker took a nice feed. I can't remember who that was, Joe. Was it Michael Hawes that threaded the needle to Tucker, and then Tucker finishes the deal?
Yeah, I think it was either Hawes or Rice coming up off the clear. So they add the time to the penalty clock. It's going to be 2 minutes in the box from Ford Marchant for St. Mary's.
So you got an unnecessary roughness on Marchant and then a slash. I didn't see a signal for non-releasable.
So it looks like going into this faceoff, 4:10 left in the ball game. Loyola down 2. St. Mary's is going to call a timeout. And with that timeout, we'd like to thank another one of our community partners, the Whitting Turner Contracting Company. A longtime partner of Loyola Blakefield, Whitting Turner continues its work on the Innovative Learning Center. Despite COVID-19, they have stayed on schedule, and this cutting-edge space will open for students for the 2021-2022 academic year as planned. Whitting Turner has a strong presence throughout the country, but is headquartered here in Baltimore. They recognize the value in community involvement and pride themselves on familiarity with local communities and their ability to give clients the attention of a small business with the resources of a national corporation. We are grateful for their continued support of our Dons. Definitely going to be an interesting possession and face-off coming up here. St. Mary's man down for 2 minutes. With only 4:10 left in the ball game.
Big face-off for Loyola. St. Mary's coach Vic Lilly channeling his inner college football coach and takes the timeout when he saw Loyola lined up for the face-off, seeing where they position their men. Giesman has had success. Andrus, though, from St. Mary's has been a tough out as well. This is senior day, and Gies is a senior.
It's like Andrew's going to pull that out for St. Mary's.
Well, this is where, oh boy.
Wow. Andrews gets past Larkin, gets the fast break goal. As St. Mary's will go up 9-6 with 4:03 left.
That's a backbreaker. That is an absolute backbreaker. I mean, you're man up for 2 minutes. Not only do you lose the face-off, but you give it out the front door.
It looks like those penalties were non-releasable.
Well, St. Mary's scored, so if Loyola scores, they'll be released. But St. Mary's is the offending party. They'll have to stay in the box. Wow.
Andrews pulls that out once again. Myers was taking the face-off for Loyola. Larkin gets double-teamed. St. Mary's able to get possession back as Acton gets it up to number 34, Riley Reese.
So St. Mary's is a man down. Loyola's going to be doubling all over the field. They should be at least. I mean, it's 6-on-5. St. Mary's, I believe, still does have a timeout in their back pocket.
Barnett's going to go behind the crease, gets doubled by Larkin and Dwan.
Timeout taken there by St. Mary, saves possession. 50 seconds left in the shot clock, 3:18 in the game. St. Mary's with a 3-goal lead. How about those, I mean, shoot. I know this is a Loyola broadcast, Joe, but those are two huge face-off wins for Teddy Andrus coming out for the Saints.
Definitely has been a huge momentum swinger there, bringing that momentum back towards St. Mary's after that penalty on Marchant, bringing that lead back up to 3 and gaining possession as man down.
So now if you're Loyola, you're doubling the ball. There's no doubt you're doubling the ball. If you're St. Mary's, do you give the ball to Hopkins? Do you give it to Barnett? That's the question. That's what Loyola is trying to figure out. Barnett a bigger body, Hopkins probably the slicker of the two. But I've been wrong a lot before, Joe, so they'll probably give it to somebody I'm not even thinking of. But if you're Loyola, it's going to be heavy pressure. Got to be careful not to foul if you are the Dons. You have a man advantage. Get it back quick. Push it down the other end. Try to get a goal. But there's two things that can't happen in this situation if you're Loyola. You can't give up a goal, obviously. You can't foul either.
Definitely see St. Mary's trying to go with Will Brimhall. He's definitely been one of their other big goal scorers today.
Brimhall's had a nice day. Hopkins has had a nice day. Barnett's made some plays. But you got to credit their goaltender, Wes Schmidt. It's not necessarily the quantity of saves he's made, it's the quality. And then Loyola's inability to convert some fairly high percentage shots.
It's going to be Galini starting off in the alley.
See? I told you I was going to get it wrong.
Double teamed by A.J. Larkin and Billy Dwan.
St. Mary's came out with too many men on the field. And now this is that. Wow. So St. Mary's has a long stick in the game in George Acton, so they are playing for the turnover. They're not looking to score, and they don't have to. They're up by 3 goals.
Galini still getting doubled by Dwan as Dwan knocks that out. Gets it up to Larkin. Hall is now going for the clear for Loyola.
Loyola's going to take the timeout. They still have a man advantage. 36 seconds left.
2:46 left in the ball game. St. Mary's still up 9-6. Loyola is extra man for another 36 seconds with possession.
There was a game here 3 years ago, I think, Joe, to be exact. St. Mary's Loyola, and the Dons were trailing, I want to say, by at least 2, maybe 3 goals in the last couple minutes of that game. And they miraculously came back and tied it. And I want to say they won in overtime. I can't remember, but I do think they won in overtime on an Alex Bresci goal. So it is possible, folks. It is possible. Hargenen has seen magic before, especially when it comes to the Dons against the Saints. So we'll see if Loyola can pull it out of their hat. Again, 2:46 left in the game, 36 seconds left on the foul. Loyola will be man up. My man Mark Reineman delivering the fathead, Joe Eldridge. I think Mark Reineman's a big Joe Eldridge fan too, if I'm not mistaken. His wife Julie does a wonderful job here in the athletic department with Bran Hall, the AD. I can't tell you, Joe, I know you're a young man, ready to go off to ready to graduate from here, ready to go to college, but just being able to see these kids out here playing is amazing. I mean, it really is. After the lost season last year and you guys had your football season cut short, it's just really, really cool to see these kids out here playing lacrosse on such a nice day.
Definitely. It's great just to see everybody out here, especially getting a pretty good gathering despite the social distancing and the limited attendance. Got a pretty good gathering out here. There's Loyola running their extra man offense. Horace look for the skip pass. Gets picked off by Burles.
Nice defense by St. Mary's, just getting their sticks in the passing lane, knocking it down, and making a play.
It's going to be number 34, Riley Reese, getting it over to Hopkins. 10 seconds left on the penalty. It's Hopkins guarded by Doyle.
So not only was Loyola not able to get – whoa. Yeah. We're gonna have officials disagreeing with one another here. You got one trying to give something against Loyola, the other wanted to pass on it. We'll see what happens.
So it looks like it's gonna be ref heading over to the scorer's table.
Yeah, they're gonna give the foul against Billy Dwan.
There's not one you see. 1 second left on the penalty on Marchant.
And this is going to give St. Mary's the man advantage. Once that 1 second goes off the clock, they will be up a man for up to 1 minute. That's a tough foul to take if you're Loyola.
It's going to be Barnett standing in the alley. As St. Mary's now goes to a man-up opportunity.
Loyola's going to have to extend. I wouldn't be surprised if Webb vacates his goal and leaves an empty cage. They're not doing it thus far, but with the man up, St. Mary's can spread it out and just play keep away.
It's like Loyola is trying to bring that press defense up on St. Mary's pretty high upfield despite being man down. It's like Webb leaving an empty cage. As Hopkins gets past Doyles, they're going to try to draw out that play clock.
St. Mary's doing a really good job of spreading the field, keeping it hot. Now teams are at even strength, and Loyola really needs a turnover, obviously.
1 minute left. St. Mary's is at full strength. St. Mary's just throws the ball away.
Well, they did a great job of just basically pulling about 1:15 off of that clock.
Webb gets the clear up to Matt Rice. Rice's shot goes wide. Looks like there's going to be a call, a foul on St. Mary's.
Looks like it might be a push or a hold.
Looks like they're going to call a hold there. Number 40, Colin Burles.
Loyola scored one EMO goal against Gilman, and the player who scored it, Matt Dixon, is no longer on their extra man offense. And it's been a tough go for the EMO so far here today for the Dons.
They'll do a good job of getting some motion as Miller's able to get that to go. Narrow window there between where Schmidt was standing and the pipe.
Snappy ball movement. Excellent ball movement. That's the best ball movement, motion, and stick handling we've seen out of this Loyola EMO so far here today. When you keep the ball hot, you have an opportunity to make a play, and Loyola did just that. Unfortunately, there's only 29 seconds left in the contest. I'm trying to determine if this was a – okay, we're back to even strength.
It's like Giesman pulls that out. Got to get something going quick.
Got to go.
Kev's got to go. Get something going. Schmidt able with a good save there. Larkin's got to get something. That pass is going to go out of bounds. 9.3 seconds left. As Loyola turns it over, and it'll be St. Mary's ball. It looks like with that, that's going to end off the ball game as Schmidt heaves it downfield. And with that, St. Mary's wins 9-7 at Loyola.
Tough day for the Dons. Very disappointing senior day. Got to tip your cap to St. Mary's, though. They came out, they played hard, they played with energy. We're only 2 games in for the Dons, Joe, and they've got St. Joe on Friday. Time to evaluate this one, see what went wrong, see where you can get better, and get ready for the Gales.
With that, Loyola does take the loss, 9-7. For Mark Dixon, I'm Joe Eldridge. Thank you and have a great afternoon.